All week we've been bringing you extended highlights of the 4 championship games held over the weekend featuring our local teams in the Twin State area. So today we'll break down the Bellows Falls baseball team's trip to Centennial Field in Burlington, Vermont for what was the program's first trip to the title game since 1999. The 4th-ranked Terriers entered Sunday's game at Centennial Field in Burlington, Vermont with high hopes of claiming the program's first title since 1999. But they also knew 2nd-ranked Lamoille would be a worthy opponent based on its impressive playoff run. And with both teams starting their aces on the hill, base runners were few and far between, as it wasn't until the 3rd inning when senior Carson Fulham's 2-out triple to the wall in right center resulted in the first hit of the ballgame. Unfortunately for Bellows Falls, however, senior catcher Ethan Illingworth couldn't drive in the potential go-ahead run, popping out to center to end the threat with no damage done. The Terriers had another golden opportunity in the 4th when a hard grounder off the bat of Liam Hackett, followed by an errant throw, left the sophomore on second, before a pitch to the back of Reed Corson and an eventual passed ball put 2 runners in scoring position with 2 down in the inning. But in similar fashion to the previous inning, Chris Armstrong's bunt was handled by Lamoille's 3rd baseman to end the threat. Armstrong was nothing short of dominant on the hill through a hitless first 3 innings, but the senior ran into trouble in the bottom of the 4th with 1 down and a runner on 3rd. And the Lancers made sure to capitalize, crossing the plate with the game's first run on this errant pickoff attempt by Illingworth from behind the plate, before this RBI single from Eric Hoadley drove in what proved to be the game-winning run. Armstrong threw 1 more scoreless inning for Bellows Falls, capping off a 1-hit, 5-strikeout effort in his final high school outing. The Terriers kept digging away from there, benefiting from a leadoff single in the top of the 6th by Zach Streeter, before an errant pickoff attempt had the junior sprinting all the way to 3rd with nobody out. And this time, Coach Bob Blockerby's team finally got the clutch hit it had been looking for, as pinch hitter Kobe Howe's single up the middle here cut his team's deficit in half. Howe did his part on the mound as well, retiring Lamoille in order in the bottom of the 6th to give his offense one last chance to knot things up in its final at-bat. Hopes were raised in the top of the 7th when Austin Stack led off the inning with a walk, before another errant pickoff attempt moments later had the potential tying run on 3rd with nobody out, much to the delight of the Terriers fans that filled the grandstands behind home plate. Fulham almost knotted things up 2 pitches later when he popped this offering into shallow center, but it was too close to risk sending Stack from 3rd, resulting in the inning's first out. Bellows Falls got another runner on when Brady Illingworth walked after a strikeout to his brother, but Lamoille didn't let things get closer, clinching its first title in 20 years on a timely strikeout that sparked a massive celebration on the pitcher's mound. I spoke with Ethan Illingworth after the game, who touched on the disappointment of losing and the experience the team's underclassmen gained.
We could have won here. We didn't make enough plays. We didn't execute. We out-hit them 3-1, and we just kind of, I don't want to say give it because they won. Congrats to them, but we could have done a lot better, and we know it. The experience is invaluable, especially to the juniors and sophomores. And I mean, we have 6 seniors, six underclassmen. So those 6 underclassmen will obviously gain a lot of experience and knowledge from this loss. Sometimes you learn more from a loss than a win.
I also spoke with Bellows Falls coach Bob Lockerby, who touched on his team's success this season despite suffering such a disappointing loss in the season's final game.
They can't even begin to understand what a great season they had. Not today. Today hurts. They came here with 1 goal in mind, and that was to win the whole thing. So I can't make them feel better right now. They need to be able to work their way through that. This is just a class act group of guys.
Be sure to check out tomorrow's broadcast when we break down the Sunapee softball team's first trip to the title game since 1975. That does it for YCN Sports. I'm Mike Pizzone.